Okay, good morning. Today we're going to look at Spiral Review 7. This is Block 1. I just want to remind everyone that I am recording going over the Spiral Review each Monday. So through the week when you're working on it, if you have a question about it, you can go onto Canvas and look for the Spiral Review video and you can go back and watch it. If your mom and dad have a question on, say, something like this, because they didn't do this when they were in 4th grade, then I want you to say, you know what, Mom, I can explain it. Or, you know what, Mom, you can go on and watch this video that Mrs. Smith put on here and you can see how she explained it. Okay? So, that's on Canvas every week. First of all, this is going to be due Friday. Write this at the top, due Friday, September 25th. That's this coming Friday. I encourage you to please turn it in on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday for a pre-check and to ask for help if you need help. Okay, in the directions, over here in the number sense column, the first set of numbers, we're rounding the following numbers to the underlying place value. Okay, so I will do the first one with you. If you'll remember, we look the steps. The first step is to underline the digit in the place value column. It is already rounded. I'm sorry, they already did that first step for you, which was underline. The second step was to write down all of the digits that come before the underlying digit. Okay? The third step is to look at the judge or the number to the right. If the judge is 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, what do I do? Bump it up by 1. So go ahead and put down my 9. And then my judge and every number after the judge becomes a 0. Okay? Down here it says to name the place value of the underlying digit. Highlight place value and then circle that word place. That means we're looking for a place value column. Okay, it's something on the place value chart. It could be ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. Okay, but it's not going to be anything with a 6 in it, and it needs to be written as a word. Who can tell me what this place value column is? What'd you say? Not 60. It can't have a 6 in it. 10,000s place. You can put that on my chair. The 10,000s place. And so you'll do the same for each of these. And then down here we're looking to name the value of the underlying digit. What is it worth? So what is that digit worth? That's 6. What is it worth? Lots of hands should be up. It's in the 10,000s place. We just said that. So 6 10,000s is worth what, MJ? 60,000. Okay, so if you completed these examples, you should be able to follow the directions all the way down this column and get those correct. Okay, here we have adding and subtracting. I do want to just look at this one with you. Sometimes when we have subtracting with regrouping and we have that 0 in there, it proves to be a little bit challenging. And we haven't practiced those yet this year. Girls, I need you to have one writing utensil out, please. Okay, so I just want to review that with you. 901 minus 628. What is my rule for subtraction? Who can give me a rule for subtraction? Go ahead, Addie. Right, I like this phrase. More on top, no need to. More on the floor, go next door, get 10 more. So here we clearly have more on the floor, but when I go next door, I have a 0. So I can't borrow from my 0, can I? It's kind of like if Nolan's mom needs a cup of sugar and I don't have any sugar, can I give her a cup of sugar? No. And now, she could then go next door to the next house, right? That's what this is like. I can't loan out something I don't have, right? So I have to come over here to this 9 and borrow from it, and it becomes an 8. Okay, now then that makes this a 10, because this is the tens place. We know that 100 is the same as 10 tens. Now, do I have enough here to subtract? No, I still need to borrow. So I mark out this 10 and it becomes a 9, and I add 10 to my ones place, making it 11, because 110 is equal to 10 ones. Okay, are you with me, girls? Okay, so now I can subtract. 11 minus 8 is 3, 9 minus 2 is 7, and 8 minus 6 is 2. So my answer is 273. Raise your hand if you know how to... Where's your spiral? Well, then why didn't you ask me for one? Here. Okay. How do you know, how can we check our subtraction our work? How do I know if this is correct? What can I do to see if this is correct? Raise your hand if you remember this from 2nd grade or 3rd grade. Stella?
You have to do 273 plus 628, and then if you get 901, you have it correct.
Right, and sometimes what people like to do is they like to just write 901 under here and pretend that they added. The problem with that is if you did not subtract correctly, then you're going to miss 2 points, because then you didn't subtract or add correctly. So we should just take the time and actually add it. 8 plus 3 is 11, 7 plus 2 is 9, plus 1 more makes 10, 6 plus 2 is 8, plus 1 more makes 9. 901. Is that the same? Okay, now here's a bonus question. I have a piece of candy for anyone who can tell me what these 3 numbers are called in a subtraction problem. These 3 numbers, what do we call this top number? Who knows the top number? I have a piece of candy for anyone who can tell me the top number, and I will try Levi.
Numerator?
No, that's the top number in a fraction. It's a great word. Lily. Ella.
Like
No. Stella F.
Is it the sum?
No.
Denominator?
No. We know lots of good math words.
Digit?
No.
Subtrahend?
Ooh, that's a good math word. And it is one of these numbers, but it is not the top number. Nolan? No. This one is called the minuend. Everyone say it. Minuend. All right, Miss Addie, what do we call the bottom number in the subtraction problem? Everyone say it together. Subtrahend. Go get a piece of candy, Addie. That's a big word. Who can remember what we call the answer to a subtraction problem that literally just almost came out of my mouth? Caden.
Sum?
No, that's addition.
Wait.
Well, everybody gets to try. No. Trista?
I forgot.
Okay. Cordelia?
Oh, I was going to say sum.
Difference. Go get your candy. Okay, everyone saying with me. Minuend, subtrahend, difference. In math, when we say what is the difference, we mean what's the answer to a subtraction problem. We don't say, oh, well, the first number has a 9 in the hundreds column and the second number has a 6. Okay, we're not talking about that kind of difference. When we say what's the difference, you need to subtract. Okay? Okay, these division models get kind of confusing, especially for our moms and dads. 63 divided by 8. You need to show 8 equal groups. Okay? Then you can get in your math journal and you can go to, if you don't know your math facts that well, it is back here, page.
Do you write a dot in each box until you get to 60?
You can, except the problem with that is you're going to have a remainder. you're going to have some left over. Okay, so here we go. So my math fact chart's on page 46. Put a Post-it on it if you're not good with math facts. Take your finger and put it on the 8 and move it all the way across until you get close to 63 without going over. What do you get to? What? 56. So 8 times what is 56? 7. So you can put a 7 in each one of these circles. But what is 8 times 7? 56. So my remainder has to take me to 63. So 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63. Okay, and then you also need to put the answer on the line. Okay, but we just did that model together. Now, look here at this note. 6 groups of 3. If you make 3 groups of 6, that is not correct. In multiplication, this is showing you 6 groups of 3. Okay? Are there questions about this? Anyone have a question on the spiral? Okay, go ahead and put that in your red math or in your purple VIP folder.